We Are All Made of Glue by Marina Lewycka. Read by Sian Thomas. The first time I met Wonderboy, he pissed on me. I suppose he was trying to warn me off, which was quite prescient when you consider how things turned out. One afternoon in late October, somewhere between Stoke Newington and Highbury, I'd ventured into an unfamiliar street and came upon the entrance of a cobbled lane that led in between two high garden walls. The lane opened out into a grassy circle, and I found myself standing in front of a big, double-fronted house, half derelict and smothered in ivy. Something was carved on the gatepost. I pulled the ivy aside and read, "Canaan House." A cloud shifted, and a low shaft of sunshine made the windows light up momentarily, like a magic show. Then the sun slipped away, and the flat, dusky light exposed the crumbling stucco, the bare wood, rag-patched windows, and a spiny monkey-puzzle tree planted far too close to the house. Suddenly a long, wailing sob, like the sound of a child crying, uncoiled in the silence. I shivered and drew back, expecting Christopher Lee to appear with blood on his fangs. But it was only a cat, a great white bruiser of a tomcat, with 3 black socks, who emerged from the bushes and came towards me with a purposeful glint in his eye. "Hello, cat. Do you live here?" He sidled up, as though to rub himself against my legs, but just as I reached down to stroke him, his tail went up, his body quivered, and a strong squirt of eau de tomcat suffused the air. I aimed a kick, but he'd already melted into the shadows. As I picked my way back through the brambles, I could smell it on my jeans. It had a pungent, faintly gluey smell. Our second encounter was about a week later. One evening, at about 11 o'clock, I heard a noise in the street, a scraping and scuffling, followed by a smash of glass. I looked out of the window. Someone was pulling stuff out of the skip in front of my house. At first I thought it was just a boy, a slight figure wearing a cap pulled down over his face. Then he moved into the light, and I saw it was an old woman tugging at some burgundy velour curtains to get at the box of my husband's old vinyls. Suddenly the box came free, and she fell backwards onto the ground. I rushed out to help her. "Are you okay?" Scrambling to her feet, she shook herself like a cat. "Oh, must be some barbarian types living around here, isn't it? Look! Tchaikovsky, Shostakovich, Prokofiev, and they throw all in a bin." "Please take the records," I said. "I don't have a record player." I didn't want her to think I was a barbarian type. "Thank you. I adore especially the Prokofiev piano sonatas." Now I saw that behind the skip was an old-fashioned pram with big curly springs, into which she'd already loaded some of my husband's books. "You can have the books, too." "Good, thank you." "My name's Georgie Sinclair. I've not lived here long. We moved down from Leeds a year ago." She extended a gloved hand like a slightly dotty monarch, acknowledging a subject. "Mrs. Naomi Shapiro." She pushed the pram off down the road, swaying a little on her high heels as she went. After she'd gone a few yards, I spotted the white tomcat with 3 black socks, leaching out of the undergrowth of next door's garden and trailing her down the pavement. Then I saw there was a whole cohort of shadowy cats slipping off walls and out of bushes. I stood and watched her go until she turned a corner. And I forgot about her instantly. I had other things to worry about. From the pavement I could see the light still on in Ben's bedroom window, and the computer monitor winking away. Ben, my baby boy, now 16, a paid-up citizen of the web-wide world. What seas was he travelling tonight? What sights did he see? Up so late, on his own. My heart pinched. My gentle, slightly too serious Ben. How is it that children of the same parents turn out so differently? His sister, Stella, at 20, had already grabbed life by the horns, wrestled it to the ground, and was training it to eat out of the palm of her hand in a shared rented house near York University, which, whenever I phoned, seemed always to have a party going on in the background. I went in and wrote my husband a curt note asking him to come and remove his junk, and I put it in an envelope with a second-class stamp. First thing next day, I telephoned the skip hire company.